Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back with an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about black powder. I want to talk about muzzle loading. And I want to talk about load data. And more specifically, let's get into the Lyman Black Powder Handbook and Loading Manual. This is a great book, folks. I'm going to set it down on this stump here where I'm sitting, and I'm just going to briefly scroll through the pages and give you a quick look at this book. This is a good book. Stay with me, guys. Okay, folks, let's take a quick look at this book. You can see right here on the cover it shows a lot of balls and black powder rifles and inline rifles and all different powders. This book has a ton of just excellent information. Hopefully you can see this. I'm having a hard time with the camera today. My apology, folks. I'll just hold this. This book has load data, all kinds of different calibers. It has balls, sabots, mini balls. It has all kinds of data. This is a good book. Tells you all kinds of good stuff. This is a really good book. Talks a little bit about lead, it talks a little bit about casting, it talks about the cartridges. The one thing that I noticed about this book that I didn't like was it didn't show much about the 30-30. And that was, you know, the original concept of those old rifles like the 45-70, the 30-30 and things like that. Those rifles were based on, you know, the number of their model, like 30-30 was a 30 caliber bullet with 30 grains of black powder. The 45-70 was a 45 caliber bullet with 70 grains of black powder. This book does not address the 30-30, but it's a really good book. It's got a ton of great information in it. I really like it. I highly recommend the book. It just gives you a ton of information. It talks about different types of powders, talks about, you know, all kinds of black powder stuff. Good book. So I thought I would share that with you. It's a great book. Flintlock right there. It's pretty cool. Talks about some of the powders that you can get for black powder substitutes. Talks about the guns themselves, the history a little bit. It's just a great book. But the part that I like the most was all the load data that this thing offers. I mean, like here for example, 44 special revolver, 210 grain. I'm guessing that's a cast bullet. It'll tell you what kind of primers you're using, all kinds of stuff. It's just, and then you go into more muzzle loader type stuff. This is a pistol, 54 caliber single shot pistol, 8-inch barrel. It even breaks it down to what the twist is on the barrel. Tells you the charges and what the approximate velocities are, and then it leaves you some lines where if you, not to say that you're going hotter, but if you're experimenting and you do, you can write that data in there yourself. You know, I run a 50 caliber inline muzzle loader, and I think mine's a 28-inch barrel, 24-inch, 28-inch, something like that. So somewhere around here would be my data. I'd have to know exactly what I'm looking for, but the point that I'm making is there's some ball data, shooting 50 caliber ball. So if I'm shooting a, you know, it tells you right here, it tells you what the powder is. FFG, you can even use FFFG right here. Pretty cool. And then tells you some of the powder stuff, gives you all the specs, pressures, velocities, all that stuff. It's just full of information. This is a great book. 45 caliber. So yeah, go out there and get you that Lyman Black Powder Handbook and Loading Manual. So folks, I want to say thank you for stopping by today. I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. This really is a good book. I do think that they should probably publish maybe an updated version. This is the second edition. right here where my finger is. It's a good book, full of information. It talks about powders and recipes. It's just great. The downside to it is it doesn't show anything about the 30-30 from what I could see. Now, I haven't looked at it too deeply, but that was one of the things I really looked at to try to find specific, and I couldn't find it in there. I'll go home and look a little further, and if I do find something, I'll update this video. I'll put something in the description box down below. So again, I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you had fun with me today. Please feel free to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to go check out my Facebook page. And you know what, folks? I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching. Peace. Later. Now get out there and get you guys the Lyman Black Powder Handbook Loading Manual. It's full of information. Bye.